Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, that's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mariota's throw on the money to Davis. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Mike's spot. Set.
19.
No game on this defense. No game.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's complete to his running back, Grant. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They will run with Grant. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah. You don't want none. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
24.
Hey, let's get there.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Set. 19.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Joker, 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 joker. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
24.
Check 99. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Don't be scared.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mariota. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Check. Alert flare. One. 41. I've got to wedge that.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Complete to A.J. Brown.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
41 to Mike. Check, 41. Check.
Now Mariota. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And Walker has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll toss it to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Bullock's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Hey, 24.
It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, we got to...
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, it's all right. Switch. Shift. He's checking. Crash. Shift.
Alert.
Check nickel.
To the air yet again, Watson. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Grant down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Grant. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. This is brought in by Gibson. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
66. Bullet high.
Here's Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Mariota now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
50. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
On 3rd down, Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this throw caught left side. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's incomplete.
Watson's pass, intended for Corey Grant, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
54. 55.
Watson looks to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's going to be caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They come out here in the I. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Check 26. One.
Throwing, Mariota. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On first down, it's Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Mariota to throw it. He stiff arms him, and that's caught by Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And he's going to go down. The the Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mariota. It's caught. Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mariota. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 3. Slam. Alert 3. One.
Mariota to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Mike. 19. 55. Mike.
26.
I got you, son. Sure.
24. And go.
Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Underneath for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That's the way. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Say,
Now it's Watson. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
I'm coming up. Down. He's coming. Tighten up. That's it.
A shotgun snap for Watson, and that will be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
What can Mariota do in the OT? He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready, move, team.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota complete. Smith has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Brett Kern now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Texans. First down.
36, 19,
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
55.
On first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set. 19. Alert, alert.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and a catch made by Hopkins. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Texans, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not